completely missed this out. I don't know how I missed this out. One of the most used tool is the calendar tool. Can you give us more information about that? So can you share more insights about how a support team typically makes use of a calendar tool to manage their tasks?
Calendar, yeah, I insist on calendar because that is based on my personal experience. I'm not sure how people will take it up, but for customer support, calendar is one important thing because, as I told you, we are talking about webinars, right? Like when you are reaching out to the existing customers, giving demos on the new features that came into the product. So the agent will be busy on this particular day, right? So you have to mark the calendar. Then again, your help us tools, like what rightly as you said, like it helps you to prioritize your ticket. But sometimes the priority of the ticket, that will be like two or three tickets with equal weightage. So I need to fix a time with the customer and find out when he is available for a quick call, and I need to mark that in both the customer as well as my calendar so that I don't miss it. Because I know when I do a call or when I'm in touch with the customer, it is predominantly a critical issue which we wanted to sort it out immediately, and that needs to be captured in the calendar. When I don't do that, yes, I sometimes I can see it in the help desk software, but most like if the ticket volume is high, then there are every chances that you may forget about it. So what I do is I just come and see what is my calendar, what are the critical calls that I have scheduled for today, and then I will look into the help desk software parallelly, so that way I plan my day accordingly.
So what are the issue management platforms that are available currently, and why do you think a support team needs access to those issue management platforms?
Issue management platform. This is another tool that the support team requires. Like not many organizations might be requiring an issue management platform, or not many would be watching for this issue management tool. Typically, it is owned by the developers and the QA team, so that's how I've seen. But I always insist that the support team should have an access to the issue management platform, because all the issues, the bugs and issues reported by the customers would be available in the issue management platform that is being handled by the developers. So support will know where exactly the issue stands now. And apart from that, you have the product roadmaps or the features. Like typically in a product based companies, you have this product plan and feature roadmaps and the features roadmap and so on. Now you need to understand when this is going to get released, and you can set not a realistic time frame, at least you can approximate timeline. You can share it with the customer based by looking into it without disturbing the actual developers. And another point that I insist is that by having an issue management platform, you also tend to work very closely with the development team and have a better communication with them. So the reason why this is very important is like when you know, like it helps you to again like bring in a good customer experience. When like say for example, if the customer directly has an issue, I manage access to the issue management platform, that's fine, but most of them will not prefer that. But at least if they have support has an access, they will avoid waiting for the developers update. They can straight away log into the tool, get the details. They know this is available and this information is available. I know when it is going to get released, and I can directly jump on to the customer saying that boss, this is what I see this particular issue, this particular status, and we are hoping that this might come maybe in the month of September, in the month of October, or in the fourth week of September, and so on. So that is why I insist that you need to have the support team should have an access to the issue management platform.
Ramesh, so can you talk about the phone support? So what are the tools that are available with respect to the phone support? So can you give us more insights on that?
Phone software is an indispensable tool for customer service department. It plays a major role in the success of customer service department. It is crucial and critical. In the early days, I used to work with tools like hardware tools like Cisco and Avaya, the hard phones I'm talking about. And with the advancement of technology, you have software tools right now available through VoIP, such as RingCentral or FreshCaller. Personally, I use Freshcaller to call my customers overseas, um, but you can choose whatever that you want in the market after doing thorough analysis. The reason why phone support is very important in the customer service department is it helps you to troubleshoot and solve a problem at a much faster pace, and it also helps you to empathize with the customer. Let's say, for example, when there is an email transaction, when an email transaction or a chat transaction happens, a couple of things happens is that, like, you tend to ask a lot of questions through email, like a to and fro conversation, which might not be like, which the customer may be like little hesitant to give it to you. He may get frustrated because he wants to solve the problem immediately, and he is not able to express, or he is not emote in his email or in his chat. But when you have a phone conversation, the benefits are multifold. But I'm talking about the first part is about the empathizing, because you will know what the customer feels, whether he's happy or he's kind of okay, or he's unhappy, angry, frustrated. You can understand that, and whatever bridges that are burning, the agent has a chance to fix it out. The next option is like, also whatever questions that you ask, you can just set the expectation, saying that you will be asking a few set of questions, and to identify the problem, we are here to help you out. So by setting the expectations, they also will be very patient, and they will be able to answer whatever questions that is required for the agent to solve it. So when compared with the email, I believe it is like much faster. When chat, yes, chat is much better than email, but again, like, when I always prefer to have phone support, because the resolution time is much faster. I always used to say to my agents, when you have multiple iteration happening on chat or in email, get on the call with the customer, understand, and solve it immediately.
Ramesh, so how important do you think is a webinar tool to a customer support team?
Webinar tools, why you need to have access, why support team needs to have an access. Many organizations see that webinar software as the lead generation kind of tool for sales and marketing, because they do a lot of webinars, try to pull in new leads into the pipeline. Now, with respect to support, they also need to have access to the webinar. There are two reasons why I insist that. One is the onboarding effect. If you have multiple customers, when you have multiple people, multiple users onboarding, the customer support team can do a bulk onboarding of the users into the platform. That is very time efficient, and that is the reason I insist on webinar tools for customer support. But one of the most important reasons I used to say is new features. When you have a new feature being released, you need to reach out to the existing customers, and more than I believe the customer support team is capable enough to handle these existing customers, because they know who are their customers, who are asking for this kind of feature. They can reach out to them, and they will be able to present these new features to their existing customer. So that is one of the reasons I insist that webinar tools needs to be available for the webinar tools. Customer support team needs to have access to the webinar tools.